Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. I appreciate all the support. Guys, also, sorry for posting 4 videos on this channel yesterday. We did 2 watch-alongs. We had a lot going on, so just keep that in mind. And we had the whole disaster with the condiment ball. So I appreciate all the support on the channel. Much love, guys. Today's video is going to be kind of reviewing our Euro 2024, our picks, our predictions, stuff like that. It's not going to be a team in a tournament video. I'm going to title this video, I predicted every game at Euro 2024, but I actually didn't, which is funny. So you'll see the twist on that in a minute. I've got some data. I've got some percentages we're going to walk through. And then by the end, you guys are going to let me know, did I do well? Was my ball knowledge good? What do you think overall? And let me know in the comments, guys. How did you guys do? We're also going to kind of go through and talk a little bit about some surprises and stuff like that. It's just going to be like a casual Euro in review video. So if you like this, drop a thumbs up. I want to do this with the Copa America. I was going to combine them, but I think it's too much to do in one video. So I'm not going to do that. So I ran a fantasy group with over 2,000 members, and you won't believe this, but I finished, surprisingly enough, in 13th place. 13th place is where I finished. I don't know how many people total. It just says 2,000 plus members. I finished in 13th place, and in the world, I finished in the top 10,000, which I am very proud of. 2.13 million people predicted this tournament, and I finished 6,800. That is a ridiculously low percentage, and I'm honestly at the end of this questioning why the hell I didn't bet on any of these games. If you guys don't know already, I don't do any sports betting. I don't bet, but now I'm starting to question it. And look, we are going to continue to do stuff like this with the UCL and stuff. So if you guys enjoy this, we're going to do more of it. I know some of you guys in the streams and you guys on the channel, we're following. You guys join my group. I appreciate that. We're going to do more of this. I think anything that is UEFA, they've put on their website. So we will continue to do more of this. And shout out to the Dolph for winning the league. I don't know where 490 puts him in the world, but he's probably up there. Yeah, he finished like top 50 in the world, which is ridiculous. So shout out to him. We're going to go through. We're going to talk about some stuff. We ended with 420 total points predicting this tournament. I wrote down a couple notes, and basically we'll go through and we'll talk about what went wrong and what didn't go right, whatever, all that. Anyways, the first match day, there was 12 matches in each match day. 1, 2, 3, 36 group stage games. I predicted in the first match day 8 correct out of 12. I kind of want to run through them a little bit, just go over the important ones, and just kind of discuss them. So the Switzerland-Hungary game, I actually got a little unlucky on that one because Hungary almost came back at the end. They were down 2-0. They came back, scored, almost got one, and then Switzerland got out on the counter. And my idiot self didn't even know there was a first team to score and a first player to score in the first 5 matches. I don't even know if I used my booster in the first round. So I've done so well because I didn't even predict those 5 in the first round. We have Spain, Croatia, which I predicted 1-0. It ended up being 3-0. Italy, Albania was a little closer than I expected. Netherlands, Poland. So no correct scores there. Our first correct score was Slovenia, Denmark, which was 1-1. We predicted 1-1 for Serbia, England. 0-0 looked a little better, but then England got that goal. Romania, Ukraine, I didn't know what to make of that game, so I went 1-1. Romania was a big surprise at this tournament. Belgium, Slovakia, 2-0. Can't believe Belgium lost that game. Slovakia did not predict that one. And then we have Austria, France, which we got 2-1, which was ended up being 1-0. Turkey, 2-1, which was correct. And then Portugal, 3-1. Those were not correct scores, but those were correct outcomes. So in the first round, we had 8 out of 12 correct outcomes, and we had one correct score. So 59 points in the first match day. Look, the reason why I said I didn't predict every score officially or every game at the Euro is because I slept in and I forgot to predict Slovenia-Serbia, which was probably, prediction-wise, one of the most free 0-0 1-1s that could have been. But hindsight is 50-50. Now, Croatia, Albania, Croatia, disappointment at this tournament, obviously. Full-time was 2-2, so we missed out on that one. Germany, Hungary, we got the score right. Switzerland, Scotland, we got that wrong. That was 1-1. And then we got Denmark, England right, and we got the first score, which was Harry Kane, 1-1 for that one. We got Spain, Italy, which we said 2-1, ended up being 1-0. So going through here, nothing else too crazy, really, overall. We got a lot of the outcomes correct. Austria, I think, scored an extra goal against Poland. That was a tough break. We had some tough breaks with scores in this tournament, that's for sure. Belgium, Romania, 2-1. So in match day number 2, we got only 6 out of 11. We didn't predict all 12. We got 6 out of 11. So match day 1, we had 8 out of 12. And in match day 2, we had 6 out of 11. In match day 3, we had 5 out of 12. This match day was a nightmare between Switzerland with the draw, with the 1-1. And I thought Germany was going to win 2-1 that game. We got the Hungary just correct in the last second with that goal, obviously. We got Croatia, Italy 1-1 correct. I gave Albania a goal because I thought Spain was going to rotate, but Spain was just too good in this tournament. They broke a record by winning every single game in this tournament. France had the chance to go up 2-0. They didn't, and then that happened, right? So that one was a tough one. Netherlands, Austria had 1-1. There was way more goals in that one. The next correct outcome we had the Slovakia, Romania at 0-0, but it ended up being 1-1. And the same thing with the England, Slovenia, which was 0-0, and we had that being 1-1. We had Turkey versus Czech 2-1. We got that one right. So overall, through all three of the match days, this is what's interesting. We only had, through the match days, 4 correct scores out of 35, which is 11%. And I'll say this. Overall, that's actually not horrible. I know you look at 4 out of 35 and you think that's bad, but from what a lot of people were telling me, correct scores gambling-wise and betting-wise is really hard to hit. Like, a lot of people will get odds and ratios that are like 1 to 10 and 1 to 15 and 1 to 17. So it depends on the game, obviously, but it's very hard to call correct scores. So if anything is above 10%, I've been told it's okay. It's not the end of the world. And then an overall match day from the group stage, we guessed 19 out of 35 scores correct, which was a 55% correct outcome, which is all right. But this is where we really started to heat up. The round of 16. And look, I felt like for me, the round of 16 in the quarterfinals, I felt like I was him. I felt like I literally knew exactly what was going to happen in almost every game. It was crazy. And I think a lot of it was that when you actually watch that much football in one tournament, you really learn a lot. You know a lot. You gain the knowledge. So that's where I felt I was going crazy. I picked Switzerland to beat Italy. I picked them 1-0. That ended up being 2-0. They got 2 quick goals. I thought it was going to be 1-0, but a lot of people picked Italy in that one. I was like, yo, Switzerland are legit. They went crazy. I picked Germany 2-1 on Denmark. They ended up winning 2-0. We had England 1-1 versus Slovakia. That's what I had in that game. I didn't, in my stream, specify who I thought was going to advance, and I'll talk about that in a minute. So that one I'm counting is wrong, even though England scored in extra time. I'm going to example what I'm talking about in a minute. Then we got Spain, Georgia. I'll never forget this game when people were coming into my live stream telling me I was crazy this game is going to have 5 goals. The best counterattacking team in a tournament, which with not much defense, which was Georgia, and Spain just dominant, and we got that exactly correct. 4-1, and we played the booster, which got us a ton of points right there. We had 1-0 on Belgium for France, which, look, we were just expecting that to be a boring game. We had Portugal 2-0, so I'm giving myself the correct outcome for that one because I thought they would advance, and they did advance in penalties. We had Netherlands, Romania. I was driving to vacation, and Malin scored an extra goal in the last second. This was the difference between me having another spoiler prediction correct. We had Gakpo to score first in that one. I didn't really tally the first team to score and all that just because I didn't do all of it. And then this was the upset for me that I just didn't expect. Turkey was a really tough game to predict, so shout out to them. Austria really surprised me going out here. I thought they would go one more round at least. Turkey was one of those teams that I think actually had a really solid tournament, and we kind of like didn't analyze them correctly based on their loss with Portugal. Their loss with Portugal. That's the game that kind of threw everybody off. I thought that ended up being a fluke of a game, and it turned out, yeah, I mean, it really did. So they advanced, and they beat Austria, which is a crazy win. Austria, I think that game, though, so unlucky, over 3 XG in that game. So overall, in the knockouts, in the round of 16, there was 8 games, and we predicted 6 out of 8, which is really good. And correct scores, we had 2, which is nuts. So we had 2 out of 8 in that. And then we go to the quarterfinals. This is where it gets crazy. So we had Spain 2-1. We predicted that. We had Spain 2-1, predicted that. And then we had France to advance against Portugal, which we didn't get the score, but we got the correct outcome. England, Switzerland. I had Switzerland to win. I was a meme in the English community because I was saying on paper, I felt like Switzerland were just better this tournament. I still think they were better in this tournament. I still think if that game was replayed, Switzerland would win more than 5 out of 10 times against England. They had all the chances in those extra times, and they just couldn't convert. They really created more, I thought, in that game. England advanced. So that's the one we got wrong. And then Netherlands 2-1 on Turkey. Turkey goes up early, and we get the 2 goals from Netherlands, and we get that prediction right. And I played the booster, which was great. So 2 out of 4 on correct scores and 3 out of 4 on outcomes. And then this is where it gets crazy, right? Spain, France, we predict Spain to go through. Spain was our pre-tournament pick, so we had to go with them. And then we had Netherlands 1-1 with England. And then in my stream, what I said is that England is going to advance. So that one I'm going to say correct outcome. Obviously, the score is not right. So this round, we went 2 out of 2 with correct outcomes, and we got 1 no scores right. But then the final, and this is where we had a 5 times booster, and that was between Danny Olmo and Nico Williams to score first, which would have helped me a lot. I probably would have moved up to like top 3,000 in the world. My peak in this tournament was like 1,800 in the world. That's the highest I got. The semifinals really hurt me because I didn't predict the right scores, which one of those would have helped me a lot with the 4x booster. But it's all right. We got the final, which was 60 points. We got the exact score in the Euro final, which is sick. But 37% of other people got that as well. So we finished. I want you guys to listen to this. In the knockout stage, right? So the round of 16, the quarterfinals, the semifinals, there was 15 games. I predicted all of them. We got 12 out of 15 correct outcomes. That's crazy. 80% we got. We were 80% in the knockout stage, which is wild. And correct score, wait till you hear this. We got 5 correct scores out of 15 games. We got a 33% chance that I was going to predict the correct score in the knockouts. That's crazy to me. I don't even know how I pulled that off. So predicting this tournament was so much fun. I think there was some serious surprises at this tournament. I think Turkey surprised a lot of people. I think there was a lot of really, really good games. I thought the level was really high, and I liked how a lot of teams went out and attacked. Obviously, there was other teams like France and England until the end, which they kind of started to a little bit, that were a bit of a bore. But I thought overall, Spain, it's great that we got the pre-tournament pick. We didn't put any money on it, but it's who we thought we was going to win. And they, going into this tournament, were the 4th or the 5th favorite to win this tournament. So overall, we predicted 50 games, and we had the correct outcome. I'm going to tell you this right now. We had the correct outcome in 31 out of 50 games, which is pretty good. And then overall scores, we got correct. We got 9 out of 15 right. So overall, we got 18% of the games that I predicted. I had the correct score, which is almost 1 in 5. That's pretty crazy. So it was a really fun tournament to predict. I just wanted to put on paper how we did and really what we if you guys want to see, I have my notes to the side. I'm not going to show you, but I've kind of tallied and went through and ran some percentages and some simple stuff to see what we ended up doing. And yeah, I don't know prize-wise. There's no prizes or anything, but yeah, we did really well in this tournament. And if you guys want to see how we did with the Copa America, I was tweeting out a lot of my Copa America picks. I missed a couple of games, but if you do want to see that, I could do a video on that. How did you guys do predicting a tournament? I think the craziest surprise for me in terms of a team prediction-wise that I think just really overall hurt me in this tournament was Georgia. Georgia was so hard to predict in this tournament. They were just, oh my God. Same with Turkey. Georgia and Turkey. Like Romania, I think I got no points on Romania. Romania drove me crazy. I don't know in any of the match days if I got any of the right outcomes for Romania. I really don't know. And same thing with Ukraine. It felt like one match day Ukraine was there, and the other match day they were terrible. So how did you guys do in the tournament? This is how we did. We'll do one of these for Copa America if you guys want to see it. But until the next UCL video in review, until that video, that's going to be me signing out, boys. Appreciate it. Peace.